All right, guys, well, I just wanted to show you the grocery haul from this week. All of this stuff is ringing in at $126.60. So let me show you what was a good deal, what I'm planning on doing with some of these things, just so you can see, hey, it is possible to get a lot of volume of groceries, a lot of healthy groceries here. We have a little extra volunteer here. So a couple things. First of all, I wanted to tell you this was a freebie this week here, this Activia pre and probiotics yogurt here. It was free, so you just had to do the digital coupon to get that here. A couple things that I'm trying here. Again, I'm just trying to find some new healthy recipes that are delicious and yummy. So one of the things I am going to be trying this week is that green goddess salad here. I've never made it before, so I don't know if it's any good or not, but I was trying to look for things with some cabbage recipes because I know cabbage is super good for you. It wasn't super cheap this week, but a lot of times you can get a really good deal on green cabbage. So I wanted to have some recipes in my back pocket for when it is on a good sale. So I just wanted to try those things out and just try some refreshing summer salads and things like that. So I think for the green goddess salad, that involves cabbage, cucumber, onion, and I think that's what I bought the nutritional yeast for, was maybe for the dressing or something on that. I've never really used nutritional yeast before, but it seems like one of those things that it has a little bit of fiber, a little bit of protein, I don't know, but I think it just provides like a lot of texture. But can you show us where the bananas are? Do you see the bananas? Anyways, so that was one of the things I was going to try here this week. Another one of the things, oh, there, you found them, good. Another thing that I was going to make here, I have been trying to eat more fish. Just, again, can't get away from some of the health benefits of fish, so I am definitely trying to eat more. So these were some tilapia loins. I don't know what the difference between a tilapia loin and thing, but those were $6.99 for that bag here, which is like, I don't know. I mean, it's not that much, but at least is one meal. One meal for the whole family and maybe some leftovers. I'm gonna make. Can you find now, Sophia? Can you find the milk? Could you find the milk? All right. The other thing that I was going to do. Oh, I was gonna do the tilapia. I really like making fish tacos with tilapia. I think it's a good fish for fish tacos. And fish tacos also, you can use, you can make like some shredded cabbage relish on top. So I was like, okay, that's a good way to kind of double time with the cabbage here. My yogurt went missing. A couple other things here. I am also going to make here, so one of the recipes that I've been making a lot, and just because it's super good for like the night of, for dinner, but then also really great for leftovers, is this veggie couscous. It involves roasting yellow squash, zucchini, red bell peppers. I did buy the organic red bell peppers because, again, those are one of those dirty dozen items, so I'm trying to buy those here. Anyway, so that's one of those things that is super delicious and is great if you're trying to meal prep or things like that. So anyways, what else am I trying to say here? Okay, so those are some things. I did have some, so I'm sure you guys all have these foods like this. I've had some manicotti shells in my pantry for a very long time, and I finally decided, you know what, this is the week I'm going to use those. So I bought the ricotta cheese, and I'm going to make those here with some frozen spinach, and make up some other stuff to go in the there. Pasta was on sale this week here for 99 cents a box, which again, that's about the price that is pretty much as cheap as you can get it these days here. I haven't seen it on a better sale than that. So I am trying to be a little healthier and branch out with the whole wheat pastas. Not all of them are whole wheat, because I know when my husband makes them on his own, he would not choose whole wheat. We had whole wheat spaghetti last week, and it was okay. But what I'm thinking here, so I got another one of the spaghetti, but I wanted to try here. All right, bud, can you do me a favor? can you go put Rabbit in its bed? Can you go put your stuffy rabbit into its bed?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And then come back and Mama will have a next task for you. Thank you. All right, so the what I thought when I'm thinking here, and it's not on the meal plan this week, but it is kind of in my mind, the back of my mind, it's like kind of what I don't like about the whole grain like noodles is they're just a little grainy, right? They don't taste like normal pasta noodles. So I was like, well, let's try the thin spaghetti and try kind of a light summery pasta, like with grilled veggies or something like that. Like, because I think what's hard about the whole wheat pasta is like when we just do it with like spaghetti sauce is, you know, our brains are so wired to like, this is not how spaghetti should taste, right? So I think it's a little hard to accept it. But if we do it, oh, okay, all right. Can you do me another favor? Could you go put Mommy's shoes by your kitchen? Can you go put Mommy's shoes by your kitchen? Thank you, Bug, for being my helper. So yes, I think that's part of the thing is, you know, we have to kind of maybe try recipes with it that we haven't really made that much before, where we can kind of just get used to like, hey, this is what it's supposed to taste like, and then maybe gradually start introducing it back to, you know, kind of what we're used to. My sister would do half regular spaghetti and half whole wheat spaghetti to kind of bridge that gap. I haven't tried that yet. Maybe I'll try that. But again, it's about these like tiny little changes that hopefully will add up to a big change in the future. So anyways, all of this stuff here, again, came out to be 126. Let me just back out so you can see here. I think all the things that my daughter snuck out are back in the picture. So again, this is, you know, kind of meals for this week. Some diapers here. Again, I do these diapers in the daytime for my daughter here, because, you know, they're not really, they don't have that much structural integrity, but they're very cheap. And then at night we do Huggies diaper that's a little bit more robust. So again, those are the kind of things I'm just trying to find a lot of different things. I actually feel like really happy about looking at the variety of vegetables here, like looking, you know, in some of the health stuff, they've talked about just having a variety of things. So let's look at this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 different, I don't even know if maybe I didn't count the tomatoes, but a lot, 19, 20 different types of vegetables. And I also have some grapefruit and some other things too here. Yeah, should we go find Rabbit? Yeah. We have a rabbit, a stuffy rabbit that went missing, so I don't know where he is. Anyways, guys, I just hope that this is helpful. I hope you can see like, hey, it can be done. There's a lot of different variety here. It does involve some cooking and things like that, but some of this, again, can be done on still keeping to like a reasonable budget. And again, I feel like this is one of those weeks where it's like, yeah, some of these things were a little bit more expensive, like the nutritional yeast or the ricotta cheese, or getting a big old thing of Parmesan cheese or walnuts or things like that. But again, I feel like some of those things are just, you know, you spend the money and they really have the health benefits and they're good. And well, not necessarily the ricotta cheese and the Parmesan cheese, but some things are just delicious and you want them. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I'm sorry I've been MIA on this, but I really am trying to get back at it and just share, you know, what I have every week. It's not anything amazing, but it is, you know, just to give you an idea of, hey, these are different things you can try every week. Again, just try to be a little bit healthier every week and get fewer and fewer processed foods and more whole foods, things like that. The one thing I will say for like all you busy people, especially maybe busy moms, is, you know, when you can really get a pretty good value when you do a lot of produce, right? Like you can find a pretty good value on things like that. And the hard part is you have to really be committed to using it. So it really is just, reliant on making sure you have a meal plan and you really stick to that meal plan. I know as far as staying in budget, one of the things that I've noticed is like the craziest thing. It's like my husband's so sweet, and sometimes if I'm like, I'm so lazy and I don't want to cook, he'll be like, oh, we could like get food out or something like that. But I just realized I'm like, like if we get food out for dinner, like that was supposed to be lunch for him the next day and things like that, and it just kind of spirals into like not having food prepared. So it does require just like sticking to like what you've planned out and having a little bit of discipline in that. Maybe having like a little bit of wiggle room. I know I think I've talked about this before. Kind of like I have some meals that are like, I have my meal plan, like this is what I'm planning on making on Monday, but you know what? Monday might explode and something might be crazy. And you know what? Maybe we do something like the frozen pizza on Monday, which I was not planning on that on Monday, but just trying to always have like some meals in your back pocket that are really quick to prepare, things like that. Well, one thing that is pretty nice, fish tacos are pretty quick to prepare, so that's nice. But yeah, just having things like that that can be in your back pocket. One of those things, what I'm trying to do with the whole grain spaghetti is like, hey, you know what, spaghetti is always a good thing to just, it's, that kind of shelf cooking where you can just have it on hand, it's ready to go in 15 minutes, and it's cheap, that sort of thing. So at least if we can make some of those staples a tiny bit healthier, that's really gonna be, it's just gonna, every little change makes a little bit of difference for our long-term health. And again, I just think about it, the sort of weight of responsibility of like, hey, as a mom or whoever in your family is a person who buys food, it's like I really make a lot of decisions for the health of my family by what we're buying and what we're cooking and that sort of stuff. And I'm just like, I want to be intentional about, just all of these things. And, and again, part of that too is just like having recipes that you love that are healthy, but also easy. So sometimes, again, you just have to I have to keep trying things because I, haven't tried enough healthy recipes to find ones that I really, really love that are easy. And so, it's really easy to fall back on those recipes that are a little more, your heavier fats and your all this kind of stuff and, carbs and stuff. Cause it's like, oh yeah, like, of course we love those recipes. Those are delicious. But just try these things where, we're going to try it. And once I've done it a few times, it might be a very easy recipe, but sometimes that initial hump of like, I don't know, I have to look at the recipe every time. All this to being said is I hope you guys have a great week, and I hope that this can be an encouragement to just go clip those digital coupons, look for things on sale, try to, stay in that budget here. Again, if you needed to make this even more budget friendly, you could have cut out things like the soda waters. You could have cut out things. We probably didn't need all of this fruit. We probably could have cut out one of those. Just things like that. All my buddies back here. Okay. So Sophia, do you want to say bye-bye? Bye-bye. All right. I hope you guys have a great day.